ABC 27 News at 6 starts now with your forecast first with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
A cool start this morning, but boy, did we ever bounce back. We've got still 80 degrees Redland heading to Lower Dauphin. All these real-time locations, of course, lots of sunshine. Central Dauphin, York, Mechanicsburg also hosting this evening. We've got clear skies that will lead to comfortable conditions. Not as chilly tonight as last night. We'll show you that warmer weekend forecast and the start of fall coming up, Alicia.
Thanks, Eric. Tonight on ABC 27 News at 6, 3 Mile Island shut down today. Learn why anti-nuclear activists are still not satisfied.
Also, most UGI gas customers will see bigger bills, but see why a few in this area will actually save a lot.
And Good Samaritans rescue a dog giving birth on the side of the road in Lancaster County.
Now, live from your local news source, this is ABC 27 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Matt Heckel in for Dennis Owens tonight.
I'm Alicia Richards, so glad you're with us. It is the end of an era for central Pennsylvania and the country. 3 Mile Island shut down at noon.
Yeah, this after years of failed rescue attempts. Priscilla Ligori was there and is live with us right now. Hey, Priscilla.
Hi, yes, a somber day here today. The vapor coming out of these cooling towers is a familiar sight for many Pennsylvanians, and it's been that way for decades. Now the steam is really starting to set here at 3 Mile Island.
We're going to see exactly the repercussions of a $10 billion asset, because that's what it would cost to build one reactor, a $10 billion asset going off our portfolio and being closed today.
Community members and local leaders were there at noon as Unit 1 officially shut down. In 2017, Exelon announced it would close 3 Mile Island unless the state stepped in with a financial rescue plan. That never happened. In recent years, the purchasing of nuclear power has diminished because natural gas is cheaper. The plant employs 675 people. The Department of Labor and Industry says 112 employees will be affected by the closure today. From there, staffing will continue to decrease. The company and its employees contributed more than $3.5 billion to the local economy.
I'm sad because TMI has been a part of my entire life. I was raised on wages earned at 3 Mile Island.
Now the decades-long billion-dollar cleanup process begins. Over the next few weeks, the fuel supply will be stored, and by 2074, radioactive material is supposed to be cleaned up. We're live in Dauphin County. Priscilla Ligori, ABC 27 News.
Priscilla, thanks very much. And critics had their say as well. Representing the group No Nukes Pennsylvania, local activist Gene Stilt made a statement right after local leaders wrapped up their remarks. He said this shutdown is better for the area in the long term, but the work is not over yet.
Starting to clean up now would be the best thing for employment for this area, keeping people here to be employed, and also for the safety of future generations. We don't want a filthy island in the middle of the river with nuclear waste forever.
And as you heard in Priscilla's report, the plant had hoped the state would bail them out and they could keep operating. But the group Citizens Against Nuclear Bailouts released a statement saying, in part, we are reminded that for-profit nuclear energy corporations can make business decisions without getting government bailouts.
Well, with 3 Mile Island shutting down, people now looking at the future of energy. At the state capitol, there are opposing views of where that energy will come from.
The gas industry has got to get the heck out of Pennsylvania.
Hundreds gathered outside the state capitol Friday, calling on lawmakers to focus on the environment. They want stiffer regulations on things like carbon emissions and water quality, as well as a push for renewable energy.
The impacts of climate change are being felt by all Pennsylvanians. Record heat, record flooding.
Bills in the House and Senate would require Pennsylvania to have 100% renewable energy by 2050, while Governor Wolf pushes for a severance tax on natural gas drillers. Republicans in the House, meanwhile, pushing their Energize PA plan, a package of bills to encourage investment in the natural gas industry.
Bringing energy independence and opportunity and manufacturing to Pennsylvania.
8 bills in the Energize PA package. One has already passed the House. Bills to establish the governor's Restore PA plan, which would include that natural gas severance tax, remain in committee. Well, most UGI gas customers in the mid-state will see a substantial increase in their bills, while a few others will actually save money. In UGI's South District, which covers most of the mid-state, gas rates are going up 13%. But in UGI's Central District, rates will fall by 16.5%. As you can see on this map, this region includes small areas in Cumberland, Adams, Lancaster, and Franklin counties.
This report serves as a serious warning. Police arrested a local man they say raped a woman he met on a dating app. State police arrested Eduardo Del Moro of New Cumberland. He and a young woman he met on Tinder agreed to meet privately in person. Police say he then beat her and choked her unconscious, then raped her. State police offer this tip for people using dating apps.
If you're meeting for the first time through online dating applications, please meet in public where there's other people around and they can witness if anything does happen.
Tonight, Del Moro is in the Cumberland County Prison.
Well, police want to know how a dog wound up giving birth on the side of the road in Lancaster County. Andrew Forgotch got to check on the puppies today.
Those are the whimpering sounds from puppies who, by all accounts, are lucky to be alive.
Giving birth out on the side of the road is not the best situation for any dog or puppies.
The dogs were spotted Thursday night near the Field of Screams in Mountville. A Good Samaritan was able to contact police, and they all took the dogs to the pet pantry of Lancaster County.
On the way, actually had another puppy in the back of the cop's car, and so she was holding that in her mouth when she got here, looking for a safe place to put it. And so we brought her back here. We kind of set her up, and she gave birth to about 5 more.
2 puppies did not make it. One was a stillborn, and another did not survive the night. The 5 boys and 2 girls who are still alive seem to be okay.
Mom was a little thin, obviously pretty tired, and she did have a fairly heavy flea burden on her. So we are going ahead and treat her for that, as well as some parasites.
The mother did have a collar on her, which tells those who are now caring for her that someone else did the same at one point, meaning there is a chance that mother was dumped.
We don't know if she potentially got away from somebody and they just, weren't looking in the right area. We don't know if she was part of a breeding kennel or something like that.
Those who are caring for the dogs, which seem to be some kind of boxer or mix, are thankful that people came together to help dogs in need.
It's really lucky for her that these Good Samaritans stepped forward.
Now, the goal is to get those puppies into a permanent home. If that's by way of adoption, the Pet Pantry will not be taking applications for at least a month. In Manor Township, Lancaster County, I'm Andrew Forgotch, ABC 27 News.
Thanks to Andrew. Fighting the opioid crisis, the state health department has new guidelines for doctors who have patients with chronic pain. Many patients who've used opioids for pain for a long time get used to the drug, and they need more of them to dull the pain. That makes health practitioners nervous because opioids can be so deadly. Doctors are urged to promote alternatives, including acupuncture, physical therapy, and chiropractic treatment.
These guidelines are really part of our overall effort, which I call opioid stewardship, which is the careful and judicious prescribing of opioid pain medication.
And the health department says patients with opioid use disorder must get addiction treatments.
Well, you may see a flying object like no other tonight. We'll identify it for you coming up next.
Also just ahead for you tonight, no more free ride for fire departments who use the training facility at Hack.
I'm Valerie Pritchett, live in Enola, and we're talking about feeding a local family, how WISE is teaming up with the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank and ABC 27, and how you can help. That's coming up in my live report.
Hey, we're getting into that apple season. If you're going to be heading out to one of those orchards or pumpkin picking this weekend, we're in the 70s this evening, and we keep it dry as we take you into Saturday and Sunday. Now, the start of fall will be much warmer. I want to talk about it coming up.
And here's a look at what's trending on our ABC 27 mobile app. Former baseball pro Sean Abner returned to the Mid-State in a dog abuse case. State police to resume documenting the race of drivers pulled over, and rotten food and fruit flies reported in this week's restaurant report.
Stay in the know on the go with the ABC 27 News app. What's trending? Presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
No matter what size adventure you're into, the
Continued fallout after State Senator Mike Fulmer resigns amid charges of possessing child pornography. Plus, conservative state representative Daryl Metcalf talks about blocking bills, climate change, and his vaccination bill.
Sunday morning at 10.
Well, training for life or death situations, firefighters do a lot of that at HAC. But now departments have to pay to use that training facility. Daniel Hamburg reports.
A lot of fire departments are not happy about these changes with an already small budget, but the director of public safety here says they're necessary for the upkeep of these buildings. Director Robert Stakem says last month an inspection of the burn building revealed many problems. Tile, concrete, and brickwork need to be repaired. New caulking, hinges, door closures. It will come at a cost of about $125,000. Stakem says in the last 2 years, 22 local departments use the space without instruction for free. But under a new fee structure, that would change.
Those fees really impact fire service and the county residents for something that we've already paid for.
Richard Lanker with the Dauphin County Fire Chiefs Association says the Safety Center is funded from a state grant and Dauphin County tax money, and says the new fee structures would have an immediate impact on not only finances, but the ability to recruit members.
We need to come up with a sustainable system that's going to ensure for future generations that the training facility is here without compromising the enrollments and the tuition costs and the capabilities for other programs within the public safety sector.
The new fees to use the facilities won't take effect until July 2020. In Harrisburg, Daniel Hamburg, ABC 27 News.
Thanks to Daniel. If the skies are clear tonight, and they will be, you may be able to see the International Space Station fly by. Around 8 p.m., it's going to look like a plane rising from the south. It has no flashing lights, but it will get brighter as it heads northwest. After 5 minutes, it'll be gone. You may be able to see it again Saturday and Sunday, but tonight is the brightest opportunity.
Got to take advantage of that window.
It's cool.
All right. Hey, busy night coming up in sports.
Yes, it's Friday night, which means that high school football is pretty much all that we have going on around here. Allie is live in Middletown previewing one of the biggest matchups of the week, and we'll hear from her in just a bit.
Also coming up, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s this weekend and for the start of fall on Monday, maybe even hotter. Your most accurate local forecast is next.
ABC 27 News is sponsored in part by OSS Health.
Wonderful lives are made when we can live out our deepest passions. We cannot allow pain or orthopedic injuries to get in the way of living incredible, fulfilling lives. Visit OSSHealth.com and never let pain steal your passion.
A sale on Sunday? There's no way it's a good deal.
Don't trust the wrong advice. Get the right tires at the right price. And this Sunday only, stop in to save at the Jack Williams Tire Ultimate Sunday Sale. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., get up to $170 off a set of 4 tires. No service performed on Sunday, just the ultimate discount on tires. This Sunday, only at Jack Williams Tire.
When you scratch and save this weekend at Wolf's, you can get an unbelievable furniture deal. Just in time to celebrate the fall season. Our Everett Solid Wood Queen Bed at 20% off, it's an amazing deal at just $527. And at 25% off, it's just downright incredible, $494. How much will you save? Come to Wolf's. Scratch off and save as much as 25% off. Plus, pay no interest for 2 years. Scratch and save this weekend at Wolf Furniture.
It's time to go Toyota, the brand with the best resale value, with striking style and unmatched performance, with all the latest tech to help keep you connected on the go. Now, lease a Camry for just $229 a month, or buy one with $2,000 cash back, or lease a Corolla for just $179 a month, or get up to $1,000 total cash allowance. Go reliable, go Toyota, and let's go places.
Fridays are for football. We bring you the action with highlights and scores from your favorite teams all season long. Watch Friday Night Football starting at 11:15 on ABC 27, your local sports leader.
September is Hunger Action Month, and ABC 27 is asking our viewers to make a difference by supporting our Feed a Local Family Fall campaign. Valerie Pritchett is watching donations come in at the Wise Market on Valley Road in Enola, Cumberland County. Val.
Yes, people are very generous, making sure that these containers get filled. And you know, we had on Orange last week and Orange tonight because it is for Hunger Action Month. So we are right on time with the color, and it's kind of Halloweenish too. But yes, we are here and we're hoping that people will come in and make a donation. Joining me now is Jennifer Sands with the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank. And tell us the need that goes on in our community.
Well, about 1 in 6 people in our communities do struggle with hunger. I'm sorry, 1 in 10 people, and that includes 1 in 6 children. And at the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank, we're serving about 135,000 individuals every single month.
Yes, and we are collecting what here today? What do you need the most?
Well, we need canned goods, pastas, applesauce. You can see all kinds of things, chicken, tuna. And we're also looking for monetary donations through the virtual food drive, which is available at abc27.com. And that really helps us provide the things that you can't put in the barrel, the fresh fruits, vegetables, meats.
Yes, and you have a fun time shopping, I hear, too. I'm going to have to try that out, the virtual one. So joining me now as well is Dennis Curtin with Wise. And I understand that we have a big donation. I'm going to hold that off for a second. Sure. But tell us a little bit about why you're so involved in this project.
We're a locally focused company that believes in giving back to the communities it serves. We live here, we work here, we're part of the community. So with being part of the Feed a Local Family, this is something we've done a couple of times now. It's been a great program. It's the last couple hours. You can do it here in Enola, Stony Battery Road, and Lancaster. But as part of that, if you ask your customers to make a donation, we believe in complementing their generosity with our own donation. So that's why today, at the end of this promotion, this program, we are going to donate $10,000 to the Central PA Food Bank.
Yes, and I see the big check with the associates back here. Come on up, guys.
This is John Calvin, who manages the store and has helped
that is quite a big check. Good job doing this. So how do you get people to donate? Do you mention to them, hey, you can grab an extra item and put it in the bin?
We ask every customer that comes through our lines to, if you'd be generous enough to donate, whether it's food, whether it's monetary, round up their order. It's very popular. We've almost had $2,000 in just roundups, round up their orders. So yeah, it's been great for the community.
Yes, and you got me today too, so I made a donation. You're good salespeople. We appreciate that. So again, you have until tonight to make these donations, and you can go online, abc27.com, and do it virtually, or you can stop into the stores. They're going to be open this evening. So we are very appreciative of all of our viewers, and of course for Wise and the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank for making these donations possible. Send it back to you.
Valerie, thank you. Tonight's military hero is Engel Daly. He was a soldier in World War II. He was an anti-aircraft machine gunner and received the Purple Heart. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Your most accurate local forecast starts now with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
A lot of folks are going to be heading out to Friday night football games tonight. It's been a beautiful day at the end of a beautiful week.
That's right, and we're wrapping up summer. It's the last full weekend of summer. We begin fall on Monday. It's going to feel a little warmer too, but still comfortable. If you missed out over the week, just too busy to get out, hopefully you can enjoy this nice sunset that we are expecting this evening. Middletown, Wormleysburg, Columbia, York, all featuring sunshine. Let's zoom out and show you, because this is an update. This is something new, and I thought, you know what, since the weather's been quiet, let's show you some things that we are closely watching. Now, this is the Drought Monitor. Every Thursday, they update this, so it's just weekly, not daily. But now we're starting to show signs. This has just now been put into the Drought Watch or Drought Monitor. We're, by the way, not in any sort of drought, but it's the indication. So if you look at the key, it just shows that we are what we call abnormally dry. Portions of the mid-state from eastern Perry, Dauphin, eastern Cumberland extends into Franklin, and then about, I'd say, a good half of Lancaster County, southern Lancaster County, also seeing that abnormally dry. Now, speaking of which, this is the outlook for early October. There is no change that we see. There's no soaking rain. The tropical systems that were out there just didn't really get close enough. And check this out, very high confidence of warmer than average. So moving into the weekend, when we warm into the 80s, that's what we can expect into October, when we should be seeing highs in the 70s. Right now, I want to show you the highs and lows for today. Huge jump. I mean, we're talking a 40-degree jump From Eville this morning, 41, making it to 81. I call this Colorado type of weather just because of how cool we were this morning and how quickly we warmed up. Very dry air mass. Now, the mornings over the next couple show that we do see more 60s in the morning, so that air conditioner may kick on a little bit from time to time, particularly in the afternoons. As this high moves off, that allows what we call return flow, or that warm air from the south. What about rainfall? Well, I told you earlier there's not a whole lot. There's only one chance that we do see, as high pressure kind of keeps us quiet. Let's move into Monday. We have to wait till Monday. So your weekend's dry, but here we are moving into Monday. That's a front. I would say a few showers at best, and that's not for all of us. So a couple might get a quick 1/10 of an inch, maybe at most a 1/4 of an inch in spots. Not a whole lot to provide a lot of relief, but nonetheless, I think this is generally user-friendly conditions. Near 90 degrees, though, to start fall, Matt. Moving into next week, though, we've got what seems to be a little warmer, but still quiet and dry. A
little bit of blast of summer for this final weekend.
There you go. One last time.
All right. Thank you, sir. Send it over to Alicia and Damon.
All right, guys. Antonio Brown news tonight.
Yeah, and always got news on him, and as usual, it's not good. The latest on AB's status with the Patriots coming up in just a bit after the break in sports.
The 2019 Cadillacs are made to move and made to shine. Current eligible Audi, BMW, and Infiniti lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac XT4 from around $349 per month.
How would you tell your life story in just 6 words?
Yeah. Ooh, this is good stuff today.
No two stories are the same. That's why we're introducing the Highmark Right Fit Guarantee. Our promise to make sure you always have the right Medicare plan for a life like yours.
This is big. We mean really big. It's NB Liebman's 100th anniversary sale, and we're celebrating with store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and a $100 bonus savings coupon. It's the sale that will go down in history. The 100th anniversary sale, only at NB Liebman Furniture.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax, the versatile Chevy Equinox, the stylish all-new Chevy Blazer, and the roomy Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. The Chevy family of SUVs. No matter what you're looking for in an SUV, Chevy's got you covered.
Current qualified competitive lessees can lease this Traverse for around $329 a month. Or get $2,250 total cash allowance on most 2020 Traverse models when you purchase.
Tomorrow night, ABC27.com will live stream the nation's largest collegiate esports tournament, the Hugh Invitational at Harrisburg University. Players from 64 schools across the country are in town for this gaming competition. You can watch it live tomorrow night at 8 on ABC27.com and on our app. Plus, our sports team will take a closer look in a special half-hour show tomorrow morning at 11:30 on ABC27.
Alicia, by the way, that was a tremendous plug. I don't even have to touch upon that yet. So now we can just throw that to the side and we can move on, because it is week 5 of Friday Night Football, which marks the halfway point of the regular season. I can't believe it. 24 games tonight, but one of the biggest will be a mid-pen clash between Steel High and Middletown. Our Allie Berube is in Middletown and joins us now live. Allie.
Well, Damon, you said it. A big night here at War Memorial. Unbeaten Steel High facing unbeaten Middletown. Just 7 miles separates these two schools, and let me tell you, it is a fierce rivalry. Steel High head coach Andrew Irby is actually busy prepping, so we're joined by offensive coordinator Myron Selby. Myron, thank you for being here. I want to know from your perspective, how big is this rivalry?
It's probably the biggest one that we're going to see this year. It's huge. It's beyond anything that I've seen. A lot of implications, playoff implications, sole ownership of the division, blood feud pretty much. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
And these two offenses have obviously put up incredible numbers, both on your side of the ball and for Middletown. I mean, are we expecting an offensive battle here? Or do you think the defenses are going to pull through and really keep this one close?
Well, hopefully our defense will. Of course, it's competition. But other than that, yeah, it could be a shootout. We had a shootout last year, 8-point differential. This year could be the same thing. It all depends on how we come out and play and how they come out and play.
All right, you're the offensive coordinator who put up 78 points last week against Trinity. You're out to a 4-0 start. So much success at this point in the season. What do you attribute that to, and how good are these guys at this point headed into week 5?
Off-season contributed to most of it. We changed our weight program. We got into a little bit more study of film. Our practices changed. A lot has changed from our traditional programs, but they bought into the system. And since they're so young and they're excited about it, it's a new system for them. They're 100% on board, and that's what's given us our success.
All right, awesome. So kickoff in just a couple minutes, so we will let you go. But like Damon said, we have 24 games coming your way on Friday Night Football. So for now, I will throw it back to you, Damon, live in Middletown. Ali Barubi, just excited for week 5 of Friday Night Football.
All right. Thank you, Allie. 24 high school games coming your way tonight at 11:15 on your only 45-minute high school football show. But if you're not sure about going out, getting a little cool at night, perhaps a little crispy out there, just turn on ABC 27.3 for what should be a great game between Bishop McDevitt and Cedar Cliff. And you can find that game at any of the channels listed at the bottom of the screen. I do want to mention, because this just happened in the last 90 minutes or so, Antonio Brown has been released by the New England Patriots after all of the stuff that has gone on over the last week and a half or so. He is now looking for another job.
I think a lot of us saw that one coming.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the forecast, Eric.
Quiet, but it will be warmer. This is the last few days of summer. Enjoy Saturday and Sunday. But of course, hitting fall on Monday, that's when we get close to 90 degrees. Really across the board, we're mainly dry. Maybe a shower on Monday, but enjoy the weekend.
Thanks, Eric. Thank you so much for being here. World News is next.
More local news at 7 and 11. We'll see you then.
ABC 27 Sports is sponsored by Xfinity, the future of awesome, your home for the sports.